I am back with another TBR jar picks my reads. I did this in February and I honestly had so much fun. So we're back with another one. I am so excited to pick out 4 book prompts for the month of March. I know that you've heard this already, but I just can't believe that February is gone. I had such a lovely month and it's so cute to think about a month ago me being excited to pick up my books for February, being so excited for what for what February was going to bring, and then have experienced everything that I was so excited for. Anniversaries, Valentine, my baby brother's 4th birthday, my family in town. And now here I am just like satisfied with February, and I'm excited to see what March has in store for me. I also had a very good reading month. Overall, I've managed to read more. I found my love for audiobooks, and I think I'm going to be able to fully read all the books that I had planned for February. So anyways, enough talking. Let's pick out the very first prompt. Free pick? Are you joking? That's the best one I can get as a mood reader. Oh my god, seriously, free pick. Yay! Free pick. As a mood reader, this makes me so very excited, and the fact that I picked this as my very first one, are you joking? Let's pick out which one. I do have a few books on my radar, but none of them are physical books. I have a book borrowed from Kindle Unlimited, and then I have a couple books on hold from the Libby app of books that I don't own. So technically I don't really have any on my radar physical wise. So this really is just a free pick because I have no idea which one I want. For my free pick, I got The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. Honestly, I have not thought about picking this book up in a very long time, but I was thinking about the very first books that I have bought, and I was like, I really should focus on those because those books have been on my shelf for like 3 years, and I should really just focus on reading them, because when I see them I feel a little bit of dread on how long they've been on my TBR for. When I looked at this one, I was like, maybe this is gonna be the one, because I haven't thought about picking it up. The big rave and like the hype on this book has died down long ago, and I bought this book when it was at its like peak popularity. So as my free pick, I'm gonna put this one so that I have it more on my radar, and hopefully by the end of March I have said that I read this one. Now for the second one. I don't know why I always feel the need to like close my eyes. It feels like a surprise if I do that. Why is this like kind of scaring me? Number generator. Number generator. So on my notes app, this might be extremely excessive, but I have every single book that's on my physical TBR in my notes, and as you can see, she's a very long notes. I have approximately, I'm not gonna say the number, you might have seen it on there, but I don't want to say because it's embarrassing, but I have over 100 books on my physical TBR, and the number generator means that I'm gonna go onto Google, put in a number generator wheel and put 1 through 145. I do have to tell you how many I have on my physical TBR, and whatever number it lands on, I have to read it. And of course I also have every book in the series that I have, so if it tells me like the 4th book in the Shatter Me series, I'm obviously not going to do that. I'll do a respin. Number generator 1 through 145. That's way too long. 143. Oh, I just searched it and it just did it. It wasn't a wheel or anything. Right when I searched it, it gave me a number automatically, but I feel like for the sake of the video, we're gonna generate it together. Let's see. 142. 142. I have no idea what this is, but this has to be one of my newest books. 142, Hideaway Heart. Aw, that's like the second one from the Tree Heart Harbor series. I don't know what the series is called. Okay, because it's a part of a series, I don't want to do like the second one. Okay, let's generate it again. Okay, let's see. 36. My feet are gonna start to sweat. Oh, it's gonna be right there. 36. Betting on you. That's by Lynn Painter. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's so exciting. So the number generator picked number 36, and that is Betting on You by Lynn Painter. I'm honestly so extremely excited about this because I love Lynn Painter's books. I believe this is another YA book, and I absolutely adore my YA romance books, so I am very, very happy about this. And also, let's give a moment for the sprayed edges. It's absolutely gorgeous. It says, the first time Bailey meets Charlie, he is the worst. While moving to Omaha after her parents' sudden divorce, Bailey finds herself trapped for 10 hours with the clinical and obnoxiously opinionated stranger, the polar opposite of her careful, well-behaved, cheery temperament. So imagine her surprise when 7 years later, Charlie turns out to be her coworker at her new job. But this time around, they find themselves talking comfortably and even laughing. Still, they agree they can't stand each other. And when they witness two of their coworkers flirting, their commentary on the moment spirals into a bet. Charlie insists that members of the approximate, I think I have a little bit of dyslexia. Approximate opposite. That says opposite. Charlie insists that members of the opposite sex can't be just friends, and Bailey is determined to prove him wrong. So he thinks there's no such thing as best friends between a man and a female. Like it can't be platonic. And she's like, no, it very much can be. So they're betting on you. They're making a bet. The whole YA world. Lynn Painter knows what she's doing with these YA books. And I'm just very pleased that this is the next book on my TBR. Now for the third prompt for March. There's two in here. I'm gonna pick the top one. Ooh. A hardcover book. Okay, my mind is spinning. Hardcover books. Only those. I prefer softcover, but I still do have a good amount of hardcover, so it makes it a little more challenging than if it were just to be a paperback. So let's see which ones. I picked Survive the Night by Riley Sager. Honestly, I did not expect myself to pick this one up, but then I realized that I already have two romance books on my TBR. So I'm like, I should pick out different genres so that when it's time to pick up a book, I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's just another romance. Although these are different, I don't want to bore myself and, like, worst case scenario, put myself in a reading slump if I'm just reading a ton of romances back to back. So that's where I was like, I should pick Survive the Night so that it gives me more options. And honestly, when I started thinking about reading this book, it intrigued me a ton because this book sounds super spooky and scary. This book, it says it's November 1991, Nirvana's in the tape deck, George H.W. Bush is in the White House, and movie-obsessed college student Charlie Jordan is in a car with a man who might be a serial killer. So he literally is in college and he needs to carpool, and like that's the culture in the town in college, and so he ends up putting a flyer on like the bulletin board that he is in search for a carpool partner, and that's where he ends up running into the man she or he thinks is a serial killer. So it's gonna be so scary. It literally says Survive the Night. So it's gonna be a road trip that's gonna be having me bite on my nails. I mean, not really, but what is that, nail biting worthy? The fourth prompt for March is book same color as my outfit. Okay, this is so fun. Most of these prompts I haven't picked out yet, but this one just sounds so fun. Okay, so my outfit is majority black. I got a black t-shirt and black pants, but I have a green little like cardigan thing, and this is what I'm gonna go off of. Unless I'm like completely stumped and don't know, but I'm gonna pick one that's green. A book that's green. That actually is perfect because I feel like March is creeping into spring, and green makes me think of spring. March makes me think of a green. So picking a book that's green sounds fun. Okay, let's see. I'm not picking my nose. I'm just playing with my septum piercing. Automatically, I saw Terms and Conditions, but this is the second book in the Dreamland Billionaire series, so obviously we're not gonna do that one. Also, I see The Inheritance Games, but I have already read that one. You told me get a job, you asked where the hell I'm doing. I don't see a single one that's green. That is like a standalone. No, I see a book that I don't want to read that's green. Well, this is kind of like blue, turquoise. This is The Goal by Elle Kennedy. This is the next one in the series. Oh, maybe I should do this one. I really don't want to. I've had not the best experience with the off-campus series, and I'm very, very sad about that because it's such a popular series and people rave about it. I did already just read a hockey romance one though. Okay, this is the first time where I've genuinely have had a really hard time picking out books. Literally last month was the complete opposite. Books were just like popping into my head the second that I pick a prompt. This time it's gone quite the opposite. I'm drawing blank. I'm like, I have no idea, which there's bigger problems in the world, so I shouldn't stress so much about it. But the two books that match my outfit, the most obvious one, this is literally green and black. This works perfectly, but I did just pick a psychological thriller, so that's where I'm like, but the one that I really don't want to pick up and the one that's just not bringing me any excitement, that's where I'm like, I shouldn't get it, I shouldn't pick it up, is The Goal. And honestly, it's such a light green blue. I honestly don't even know what color this is, that I don't even know if this would even be fair to use. So I think what I'm gonna do is The Inmate. And the reason why is because her books I can binge in like 1 to 2 days. I've been able to read her books so quickly. They're extremely fast-paced, and I know that it's gonna be a book. I mean, I hope. So far with like the 6 other books that I've read from her, it's either like one sitting type of read or like less than a week, and that's ideal for books in general, so that's why I love Freida McFadden books. But the reason why I feel a little hesitant is because I just picked a book that's the same genre, but also I didn't think twice to pick another romance book, so that's why I'm like, maybe it'll be fine. I'm gonna definitely do The Inmate because the way that I have no desire to read this, but this is like an accidental pregnancy, hockey romance, college romance, and just the series hasn't wowed me, so that's where I'm like, I really don't want to pick this one up. Also, one thing about Freida McFadden books is I love to just go into the books very blindly. I don't want to read the synopsis and have my brain already like guessing what the twists and turns are gonna be. So I don't know a single thing about this book, and this book in particular tends to be one of people's favorite Freida McFadden books, so I'm very excited for this one. Now, a quick little recap on the books that my TBR jar picked. For a free pick, I got The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. Then for the number generator, we got Betting on You by Lynn Painter. Then for a book that is a hardcover, I got Survive the Night by Riley Sager. Then for last and not least, a book that matches my outfit, and I got The Inmate by Freida McFadden. That is going to be it for today's video. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye!